In the heart of a crisp December, the Johnson family prepared for a vacation into the Canadian wilderness. The air was alive with anticipation, the scent of pine and adventure wafting through the Johnson household. Jordan and Lindsay, the heads of the family, were no strangers to the wild's unpredictable embrace. Their children, Henry, Kelly, and Amanda, inherited this love for nature, their hearts buzzing with excitement for the wintry escapade ahead. The journey to their cherished destination was a well-trodden path, the family's footprints marking years of shared memories. Their destination, a cozy cabin nestled amidst snow-capped trees, stood as a beacon of warmth against the icy wilderness. It was a home away from home, a sanctuary where the family could retreat from the world and bask in each other's company. Once settled, the cabin came alive with the sounds of hearty meals being prepared, laughter ricocheting off wooden walls, and stories being woven into the fabric of their shared history. These were the moments they treasured, the simple pleasures that made their wilderness vacations so special. Each day was a testament to their love for the wilderness and each other, their bonds strengthened by shared experiences and the magic of the great outdoors. But as we all know, the wilderness is not just about warmth and joy. It is a realm of the unknown, a world that can quickly turn from a friend to a foe. And for the Johnsons, the wilderness was about to show its darker side. One fateful day, they decided to explore the rugged terrain on a hiking trip. As they trekked deeper into the forest, the sun dipped behind the trees, casting long shadows. The Johnson family, once brimming with joy and laughter, now found themselves in an unforeseen predicament. A harmless misstep, a wrong turn had separated the children from their parents. Henry, Kelly, and Amanda were alone, lost amidst the towering trees and undergrowth of the Canadian wilderness. Each call they made echoed back to them, unanswered, swallowed by the vast expanse of the forest. The echoes bounced off the tree trunks, creating a chilling symphony of their own distress. Their parents, Jordan and Lindsay, were nowhere to be found. The once familiar territory now seemed alien and hostile. Their hearts pounded in their chests, their breaths coming out in short, panicked gasps. In the wilderness, every rustle in the bushes, every snap of a twig was a potential threat. The forest was no longer a playground, but a labyrinth, a maze with no apparent way out. The shadows lengthened, and the temperature dropped as the day gave way to the encroaching darkness. The comforting hum of the forest during the day transformed into an eerie silence, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl or the rustle of nocturnal creatures. The children huddled together, their small bodies shivering in the cold, their minds racing with thoughts of their parents. Were they safe? Were they looking for them? Would they ever find each other again? Each minute felt like an eternity, each hour a lifetime in the unforgiving wilderness. As the stars began to twinkle in the dark sky above, a chilling realization set in. They were alone in the wilderness, their only company being the creatures of the night and the haunting echoes of their own voices. Their youthful innocence was replaced with a primal fear, a fear of the unknown, a fear of the dark, a fear of the wilderness itself. Hours passed with no sign of reunion. Fear gnawed at their hearts as the cold night loomed ahead. Their adventure had turned into a nightmare, a test of their resilience and courage. Lost in the wilderness, they were left to face the darkness and the unknown that lay ahead. Just when hope was fading, the family heard distant screams. The sound pierced the quiet wilderness, a chilling reminder of their isolation. It was a cry of pure terror, the kind that makes your blood run cold and sets your heart pounding in your chest. The Johnsons, gripped by a fear they had never known, bolted toward the sound. As they tore through the undergrowth, a sight met their eyes that would forever be etched in their memories. An otherworldly creature lurked in the shadows, its form grotesque and twisted like something ripped straight from a nightmare. Its eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and it moved with a speed and agility that belied its monstrous size. Their children, Henry, Kelly, and Amanda, were being chased by this creature, their terrified screams echoing through the silent forest. The sight of their children in such peril ignited a primal fear within Jordan and Lindsay. Their hearts pounded in their chests, their breaths came in short, sharp gasps, and they felt a chill creep up their spines. But amid the fear, they also felt a burning determination. This creature, this monster, it was threatening their children, their family. And they would not stand for it. They would not let their family be torn apart by this nightmarish beast. The wilderness may have been unforgiving, but it had not prepared them for this. This was a new level of terror, a horror they could never have imagined. As they watched their children run, their small bodies dwarfed by the monstrous creature, they knew they had to act. They had to protect their family. It was a terrifying realization, but it fueled them. It gave them a strength they didn't know they possessed. With adrenaline surging, the family fought tooth and nail to protect each other. They charged at the creature, their fear replaced by a fierce determination. They would not go down without a fight. They would do everything in their power to protect their children, to protect each other. And so, they fought. Jordan and Lindsay, fueled by parental instinct, battled the creature with all their might. The air was thick with tension as they lunged at the beast, their every move a desperate attempt to protect their children. Jordan swung a sturdy branch like a makeshift sword. His eyes hardened with determination. Lindsay, though trembling with fear, found strength she never knew she possessed. She hurled rocks, her aim unerring, her resolve unwavering. Their children, Henry, Kelly, and Amanda, huddled together, their eyes wide with terror, but also brimming with hope as they watched their parents fight. The forest, once a place of joy and adventure, had become an arena of survival. The chilling screams of the creature echoed around them, a haunting melody to their desperate dance of defense. But the beast was not deterred. It was a nightmare come to life, a monstrous silhouette against the moonlit sky. Its eyes glowed with a cruel, unnatural light. It moved with an eerie grace, dodging their attacks and retaliating with a ferocity that sent shivers down their spines. Each roar, each swipe of its gnarled claws was a chilling reminder of its relentless pursuit and its insidious intentions. Every second was a battle. Every breath was a prayer. The family fought with everything they had, their love for each other, their only weapon against the monstrous foe. Their hearts pounded in their chests, their bodies screamed in protest, but they did not falter. They would not let this creature take their children. They would not let this wilderness claim their family. Yet, as the night wore on, their strength began to wane. The adrenaline that had fueled their fight was dwindling, replaced by exhaustion and despair. The creature seemed to sense their weakening resolve, its eyes gleaming with a savage satisfaction. But the creature was relentless, its intentions dark and insidious. The battle of survival raged on, the outcome uncertain, the stakes terrifyingly high. Their desperate fight echoed through the silent forest, a chilling testament to a family's love and the cruel, unforgiving nature of the wilderness. Despite their valiant efforts, the Johnson family succumbed to the relentless assault. Each breath was a battle, each heartbeat a defiant echo in the silent, cold wilderness. Jordan and Lindsay, their strength drawn from the deepest wells of parental love, fought with a ferocity that was both admirable and heartbreaking. This was not a monster from a child's nightmare, but a chilling reality, an embodiment of the wilderness itself, ruthless, unforgiving, and insatiable. Its eyes glowed with a hunger that was almost palpable, casting an eerie light in the moonless night. The creature's movements were swift, its intentions clear and deadly. The family's cries for help were swallowed by the dense, unyielding forest, their pleas for mercy falling on the deaf ears of the wilderness. The once familiar terrain now seemed alien, their sanctuary turned into a battlefield. The struggle was desperate, the outcome inevitable. The creature, as if savoring the fear and despair that filled the air, let out a blood-curdling howl that echoed through the forest. It was a sound that would haunt the wilderness for years to come, a chilling reminder of the tragedy that unfolded that fateful night. One by one, the Johnson family fell, their life forces extinguished, their hopes of survival snuffed out. The creature was relentless, its assault brutal and without mercy. The wilderness, once a place of joy and adventure for the Johnsons, had claimed them, swallowed their existence as if they were never there. In the end, there were no heroes, no triumphant survivors, only the stark reality of the wilderness and its merciless inhabitant. Their struggle ended not with a heroic stand, but with a chilling silence that descended upon the forest. The only testament to their battle, the creature's eerie howls echoed through the forest as it claimed its victims, leaving no trace behind. Lost in the unforgiving wilderness, their fate remained a haunting mystery. The Johnson family, once brimming with life and laughter, now vanished without a trace, their joyous voices that once echoed through the Canadian wilderness replaced by an eerie silence. The cabin they occupied, now a hollow testament to their sudden disappearance. The warmth of their hearth extinguished, their meals untouched, their stories unfinished. The family's mysterious fate became the talk of the town. The chilling events of that fateful day retold over and over, each telling darker than the last. The tale of the Johnson family became a spectral narrative, forever etched in the town's history. Their last known location, marked by a solitary stone, stood as a grim reminder of the family's terrifying encounter. Their story served as a stark warning to those who dared venture into the wilderness. The parents, Jordan and Lindsay, who fought valiantly against a menacing otherworldly creature. The children, Henry, Kelly, and Amanda, who faced their fears with a courage far beyond their tender years. Their struggle for survival against an unseen adversary, their desperate calls for help swallowed by the dense forest, their heartbreaking end, all became part of a narrative that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to listen. Over time, the Johnson family's story transcended into a chilling folklore, a tale of a family who dared to venture into the wilderness, only to be claimed by its unforgiving depths. A tale of courage, survival, and an insidious creature lurking in the shadows, a tale that served as a grim reminder of the wilderness's unpredictable nature. Their tale, whispered among the townsfolk, became a cautionary tale for those who dared to venture into the Canadian wilderness. The haunting mystery of their fate, a chilling warning of the dangers lurking within the wilderness's depths. A chilling reminder that sometimes the wilderness isn't just about the beauty of nature, but also about the mysteries and dangers it holds. A cautionary tale whispered among those who dared to venture into the depths of the Canadian wilderness.